listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Hey, all right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is August 31st. We made it to the end of August 2025. Congratulations. It is Labor Day weekend. We're right dab smack in the middle of it, with tomorrow being Monday, the actual day everybody has off. If you got plans, please be careful. That's all. I just want you to be alive. Oh yeah, this is good. You like that? So we're now signaling the end of summer here in the United States of Numerica. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Give me a I didn't want to dabble in duty right on the show. So tonight I want to talk about, you're gonna say, nah, it's the same thing all the time, you just talked about this. No, I didn't. It says once the public gets the truth about aliens, it will be too late. For what? Exactly. For what? That's what I'm scared of. I am scared. Because it will be too late. Point is, it doesn't matter when this happens, it's bad. I believe it's going to be awful. No, not everybody, I take it back. A lot of people think, oh, aliens will be so smart, They'll have the wisdom of 1,000 lives. They're going to make us better just by their presence. They will show us the way to use our energies, our noggin, our heart, our soul, perhaps. Yeah. It'd be interesting if the next day we were like, you know what? Do you remember when you cheated on me and you got pregnant and then you had the abortion and tried to hide it from me? Remember when I was your husband and you did that? I forgive you. I could give a shit. No, I don't want you back. I'm letting it go. Oh my God. Shut the fuck door. You know, maybe they teach us to release all of this toxic stress we give ourselves. Yeah? I mean, it's just one thing, because they're supposed to be the creatures of wisdom and all-knowing and super smart. They're going to make us have free energy, free love, free care, free health care. Oh, hey, you see where I went? We're going to talk about that for a little bit. We just did. We just talked about it. I don't know what else to tell you. I just spent 5 minutes talking about it. What's wrong with me? I ruin every show just giving you little snippets of what I want to talk about. And the next thing you know, everything I wanted to say is out there and I can't think of anything new. So I don't bring it back up later on in the show. And you're like, hey, you didn't finish that conversation about the aliens. I'm thinking, you're right, I didn't. Have a good night. I don't want to do that anymore. Who's here tonight, by the way? Who's here? Let's say hello. I love my Goofonians, truly and forever. You guys are the heartbeat of Numerica. Hey, Sky Allen, Sky Burr. You know what I don't like about the changing of the names? It's a transition. Jeff Garvey. They almost kept you alive. Good to see you, mate. Metal hair. How you doing feeling that age now? Better? Good. You got used to it? I'm glad. What do you say, CV? How's it going, man? Good to see you back. BY, Brian Yates. My neck, I think I did something getting excited. No. Yes. Ow. Ow. Well, I'll be an uncle's munkle. Wait. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Is it Mr. D.B. Cooper? 7. How you been, man? Good to see you back in action. FAPURDAY. Night. What's up, FAP? How you doing, man? Good to see everybody. Dinkamazi. God, I love this. Thank you for showing up. Hey, Lead Food. Rich, what do you say? How do I be you be? Glenn Collins, the nicest guy you could think of. Welcome back, everybody. If I didn't say your name, David Wilcox, not Wilcox. I know, right? I can't believe it. It's been about 6 months. It feels like it anyway. Hey, Brooke is ha. All right. If I didn't say your name, Felicity, welcome to the show. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. I was reading. Oh, a little, you know what I mean? A little, I don't know what I mean. Out of breath. Now I got this, I don't know, I was working out and I stretched really good. And I don't know what I did right there. I think what happened when I was changing shirts and I went like this, I felt something go like right there. Yeah, I'll sleep it off. That's what we used to say when we were 12, 15, 28. Hot? Remember those days? Me neither. All right. So let's get started. I want to thank everybody again for hanging out. If you'd like to help support this truthology for ufology, as I like to say, all the links are in the show description. You guys know what to do more than most people because you do it, and I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, and all that other stuff. And check out my other channel, Rich Saves America. Yes, videos are starting to, What did we have? 30,000 views on the last show. We had 7,000 views on the audit. So 1,000 views on the short, but that was just a stupid thing. But yeah, and Goofon's doing well. Not with the live shows, but when I post other stuff, it seems to get a nice little. I think we could do some stuff now. I think we're back. So let's give a full effort. Like I said, I'll never quit, and I believe we give a good message here, whether you like me or hate me or despise me or love me. Thunder rolls. Jeff Garvey throwing down, what's this here? Jeff Garvey says, we can start with the Scambian laugh or Scambi laugh. Hey, you know what? I saw 5 people outside. I can't do the voice because I haven't listened to it in a long time. It's been a very long time. Yeah, well, I hope the laugh was good enough. Hey, man, I get Jeff Woolwine involved. What are you doing, Richard? Because they almost have the same connotation. Is it connotation? Afflux? Symbols? I don't know. Jeff, thank you so much, dude. You're a continuing supporter of Goofon. Thanks for making me laugh, too. Thank you very much. All right. Like always, I've got some clips tonight, and some of them are really weird. Like, God almighty. There's a 300,000. Yeah, we'll start with this one. A 300,000-year-old skull baffles scientists. It's neither human nor Neanderthal. Did you hear about this? Mm-hmm. Let me put it up. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys. I want you to read along with me so you know I'm not making it up. I'm not TMZ RG. There it is. Excuse me, I'm having a little agita. Is that good? Oh my God. You just put me in there. Thank you. Neither human nor Neanderthal, 300,000-year-old skull baffles science. A mysterious 300,000-year-old skull was found decades ago attached to the wall of a cave in northern Greece. As archaeologists continued studying the fossil, they discovered a shocking development. The skull is neither human nor Neanderthal. The skull was found in the Petrolona cave in Greece, 1960. It has stalagmite growing out of its head, which has since sparked confusion among researchers who had trouble figuring out its position on the human family tree until now. According to baffled scientists, the skull isn't Homo sapiens, nor is it Neanderthal. Instead, they believe it could belong to a separate species of human ancestor that lived alongside Neanderthals during the Pleistocene. Pleistocene epoch in Europe, named Homo heidelbergensis. I think I got that right, believe it or not. Donald Trump reveals. Okay, now underneath the blue headings here. The fossil has a key position in European human evolution, the researchers wrote, scrolling upward. The stalagmites that were found sticking out of the skull grow slowly as water drips down from the cave ceiling, gaining a millimeter every few years. Researchers were also able to determine that the calcite, a mineral from a calcium carbonate often found in caves, dripping from the skull, was at least 277,000 years old. Holy macadamia nuts. Wow. It remains unclear how long the fossil remained in the cave, amassing the stalagmite, but researchers were reportedly able to narrow the window from previous range of between 170 and 700,000 years old. According to the study, the Petrolona skull was almost certainly male based on the fossil's size and robustness, which is why it has repeatedly been referred to as the Petrolona man. The skull's teeth only had a moderate wear, so it's likely belonged to a young adult. Chris Stringer, a paleoanthropologist at the Natural History Museum in London, told Live Science. All right. Well, it's interesting, eh? I don't know what I'm saying. But I like that kind of stuff. What, do we have any more pictures? Anything? Aye. That's what the skull guy looked like, and then they buried him. Well, history's always changing. Hey, we're only 30,000 years old. 700,000? A million? Nobody knows. It could be a lot higher than we think. Can it be a lot lower than we think? See, that's how I think. Like, I think it can't, because there's people, it was continuously growing, the population of the earth, right? At that time, until 12,500 years ago, in the floods because of the asteroids hitting the North Pole or whatever it was, right? Antarctica, the poles. Hold on. Man, it is warm in here. Okay. Next, what's up on the docket? You got that right. Wow. Okay. Guys, I wish you could just see what I see sometimes. Like, I really do. Everything just is so weird right now in my life that this second something just happened. It's making my stomach upset because it's really weird, and I don't want to talk about it, but I will another day. Oh God, I can't. It's weird. And when I talk about it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see now. Hold on. I just, out of nowhere, just started feeling weird. Yeah, like real flush. What did I drink? Oh, I did. I had coffee. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Not really an empty stomach, but a stomach with not a lot of food in it, but I did have my weight gain drink before I did this show. You know what I mean? Shouldn't feel like this. Anywho, all right. So Dr. Dan Schneider, a former U.S. Army helicopter pilot and now a professor of theology, has witnessed levitation during an exorcism. Have you heard about this, guys? I love this stuff when these guys come out talking about it. It really is amazing to me that we're talking about it in such a way that we have to be careful. Yeah. No, they got to be careful. I'm going to play this clip. Yeah, I'm going to play this right here. Hold on. Let's pull it up. Oh, I already did. Hold on. Where'd it go? All right, I got this one then. I'll play this one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Get rid of that. I am just, I got so much stuff to talk about. I feel pressured. I'm putting pressure on myself. Here we go. 5, 4. Then I said 3. Then there's probably a 2 with a 1. Here we go.
Seen during exorcisms.
You
saw levitation, correct?
Yeah, one of the first cases we had was levitation, all but the tips of the toes and the fingertips. I mean, physically impossible, to elevate as if there was a rope pulling everything off the ground except for tips of the fingers and tips of the toes.
Right.
You've seen that.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Weird.
You're just so focused on mission, you're not thinking about it. You're just praying. You're doing your job, But yeah.
Bad answer.
I've seen the priest starts praying, and the lady's sitting in a folding chair in the room about this size. One bound slides all the way from this wall to that wall.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was just like, you know, just like you're cool. You know what I mean? You're a SEAL. I was a helicopter pilot. You know, you flew with a lot of guys, and no matter what happens, they're always cool. So on the outside, I'm always like, you know, just doing nothing shakeless. On the inside, I was like, dude, you got to do that again. That was wow. Yeah. But I mean, I joke, but yeah, it's some of the stuff. It's just, wow.
I mean, what are they saying when you're performing the exorcism? The
Yeah, sometimes
possessed person.
Yeah, when we talk about what the demon's saying or manifestation, what happens is the demon appropriates the senses of the person. And so they take, again, the demon, properly speaking, possesses the body, and they appropriate their senses, sight, hearing. You know, they traffic into senses, their sense.
Yes. 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 I know. Are they? Angels and demons and aliens, oh my. We talk about that because we have to. Because it's a possibility that I have seriously been talking about long before it was a discussion that people feel comfortable talking about. Because when I used to bring it up, Rich, you can't talk about politics and ufology. You can't say that aliens could be ghosts. What? They can't be ghosts. You're right, FAP. Florida does have its new critical thinker with a flair for the insanity. Sanity! You gotta be a little crazy to do this. Let me tell you why. And I don't think I'm crazy at all. I think I think I could think much differently and openly and not afraid to tell people how I feel, think, and wanna experience the same things they do. I'm not afraid of it. Some people are afraid to let their guard down. So they call us, you know, conspiracy theorists, or we're insane, or, you know, hey, did you know he's diabetic? Get crazy. Yeah, crazy. All diabetics crazy. Well, no, you are. It's true. Somebody told me that. Yep. I'm going to make a video about the crazy things that people say. About things that are proven correct, and they still won't admit it. If somebody proved to me, let me tell you this. Can I tell you? I'm going to tell you. In 2005, I believe it was, I started recording iridium flare satellites. They're satellites with big solar dishes, they gather the sun. And every morning, 2.5 hours, 2 hours before sunrise, and 2 hours before sunset, through sunset, you would see these things reflecting the sun at the perfect angle. Some of them were spinning very fast, so it looks like they were flashing. Some looked like they were powering up. You would hear people, it's powering up. And then there's a whole app dedicated to each one's position, location every day, how long it stays illuminated, how bright, the intensity brightness is rated, how long it stays that bright. I mean, it's everything, you know. So some guy calls me. I don't know anything about this app that does that, right? And here I am recording. I think I had about 700 of them at the time. And I'm telling everybody, I don't know. When I get to 1,000, I'll stop, I guess. You know, it's just really cool. I get, why isn't anybody recording these things? I would say it almost every day. I was out there recording this. And then somebody tells me, you're recording iridium flare satellites. I'm like, say word. He said, no, let me show you. And he proved it. And I said, no. Oh, I said I could turn this into the greatest learning lesson a ufologist or UFO hunter researcher could ever obtain. This was such a blessing in disguise. And I said, you proved it to me. This is great because now it makes sense. These same people over at the Gilliland Ranch were doing it. And, lately the Gilliland Ranch, whatever you want to call it now, they've got some weird stuff, but I think they figured out a way to get that weird stuff without it being iridium flare satellites. Anywho, you gotta be real. You gotta let your ego go. You gotta put all that stuff aside and tell the truth. And that's what I did. I said, you won't believe it. 700. That doesn't mean anything. But you know what was great about doing all that? During that iridium flare satellite year, I wound up capturing some really cool triangle footage of like 3, that were all equidistant, weren't equidistant. I would catch 3 of them in a line, but, as when I captured the 5 triangles. And I know if they are iridium flare satellites, why did they all illuminate at the same time and form the triangle with 2 other ones? This is something I've been thinking about for a while. I'm like, yeah, something's going on. Why are the triangles forming? It doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of weird stuff that doesn't make sense. And these triangles that I've captured now, 6 good ones. I know somebody who I think has 10. They're better than mine, 10 hands down. These are incredible. I don't know, man. I think it's military. But when I watch these events happen, I think for some reason in my mind, I know you're going to think, oh, you're playing up for the camera. I'm not. But crop circles come into my mind. Is that weird? That's the weirdest thing. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. Every time I think of these, I think of crop circles. Wow, the atmosphere just changed in here. Like my ears, I feel like I'm in an airplane and the pressure changed. Wow. Okay, let's get rid of this and move on. Oh, well, we're moving on. No, stop that. I just can't believe what happened today. I just can't. All right, what do I got here? I'll just go. I came across this image on Facebook. I don't know what to think, they say. Bill Nye has raised alarms over a strange Webb telescope image, describing it as something unlike anything science has ever faced before, sparking fear and debate. Let's see what this picture is. I'm loading it. Shut up. Oh my God. All right, guys, I don't want you to panic. Really, I mean that. You might panic. Some of you don't. What do we do? What's going on? Came across this image on Facebook in the top right-hand corner. I don't know what to think. Bill Nye's raised on. Oh, I just read that. Okay. Hold your horses, everybody. We have a winner. We have a winner. Bill Nye doesn't know his arse from his elbow. He's like Tyson, a TV celebrity who gave up real science a long time ago for popularity. It's Tyson. The frig? You guys can't hear me? Oh no. Hold on. That was, see, I'm telling you, something weird's going on. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up. Hey, thank you for that. Mystic Music, I guess, yeah. Thank you for the $3. I don't know what kind of squiggles those are, but hey, it's all green on the inside. What? Wait, where? Thank you very much for being a continuing supporter of Goof On. We are Goof On tonight, right? I'm like, good. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I clicked on that. Look, and there it is. You guys can't see that. This is so bizarre what's going on. All right, let me get rid of this. I'm scared to even have it up. That was the weirdest thing. Like, NASA's going to say, hey, we captured this chandelier art looking thing in space. Don't worry about it. It's not real. It looked real. Fake. Hold on. Oh my God. All right. The disclosure president is finished. And Rose Cuckold called it months ago. No, he did not. He didn't. He can't. Rose Cuckold did not call anything that anybody else didn't say. Oh, please. What happened here? I see 3C threw down a $1 super chat. That's a super dono. I think the last one by Mystic, right, was also a super dono. Grazie. A mucho gusto generoso. Chicken Coop Confidential. Thrown down a $1. Pretty cool. Tomorrow on Goof On, we give away 10. Oh, is it? Yeah, tomorrow we give away 10 memberships. So if you want one, it doesn't, I don't pick them. YouTube picks them. I just post them. I'm scared. No, I am. I'm scared. This is crazy. Jake Barber. Oh my God. Jake Barber. Where I'm at with it, what I think might be going on, taking in everything I've learned over the last 6 years plus my own personal experiences, it's about controlling the population, excuse me. You don't need to go through man to get to God. You don't need to go through the tick-tock, 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 da-da-da. You don't need to go through the man to get to God. You don't need to go through the Catholic Church and those appointed in leadership at the time to have a relationship with God. You can have a personal, direct line to God. I think that if humans learn that there is something special about us, that we aren't just beasts, we are also something like a God, or have a portion of God, or a connection to the world around us and other dimensions and to a higher level of consciousness, that it will be harder for the governments to control and keep us suppressed. Amen. Can I get an amen? All right. Goes on to explain that this understanding and elevation of our species would empower us in a way that would destabilize the current state of economics, politics, border wars, and all that goes away, says Jake, the barber, Busey. Jake Busey, everybody. He's like Gary Busey's son, right? No, that's not him. Busey, Jake Busey? Busey. Here, listen to this gargle.
Control and the power of the Catholic Church. I think, for me personally, that it's something like that. I think that if humans learn that there is something special about us that separates us from the animals, that we aren't just beasts, we are also something like a God or have a portion of God or a connection to the world around us and to other dimensions and to a higher level of consciousness, that it will be harder for governments to control and keep us suppressed. And that the elevating of our species would empower us in a way that would destabilize the current state of economics, politics, borders, wars, all that goes away when we transform ourselves to a higher quality of life and state of being. Now, I know that's kind of a very crazy woo-woo answer, but I'm sorry, that's where I'm at in my life right now. Like I'm woo in my thoughts, but I still have very practical responsibilities in my career, and I'm kind of torn between the two.
Wow. This is such a weird day. You heard what he said. Didn't you? You did. Yeah, good. I hope you did. This is unbelievable. It is. It's weird. I have no explanation. It's about controlling. He says it's about controlling the population. You don't need to go through man to get. I mean, what is he saying? Look. I mean, it's really weird. Here, look. I'm telling you, it's bizarre. I don't like this. I think I might be going on and taking everything I've learned in the last 6 years plus my own. I'm about control. It's about controlling the population. That sounds bad. You don't need to go through man to get to God. You don't need to go through the Catholic Church and those appointed in leadership at the time to have a relationship with. We know that. We know we don't have to. We need the president to talk to God. Then he says you can have a personal direct line to God. Yeah, well, if you want to imagine that. And then says, I think that if humans learn that there is something special about us, that we aren't just beasts, that we are also something like a God or have a portion of God or a connection to the world around us and other dimensions and to a higher level of consciousness, that it will be harder for the governments to control and keep us suppressed. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Can I tell you something? I got to tell you this story real quick. There's a woman, I won't say her name, tells me when I first meet her a few years ago moving to Florida, because she was married to somebody who my cousin is now living with. I don't know if they're married, but either way, they're still friends. And she says that the government is into everything, all of her cell phones she's ever had and iPads she's ever owned and cars that had computers and computers that were computers, and everything was hacked everywhere she went. Her money was stolen everywhere she went. There was something bad happening to her. She went to a stoplight. She was coming up on a stoplight and all of a sudden the brakes went out. She was like going through a stoplight one day and then all of a sudden the brakes came on and almost got rear-ended. You know, it's one thing after another that these type of people use the government as an excuse for their own mistakes. Everything this individual told me, I was thinking, just talking to her, I know she's so full of shit, that this is a narcissist that needs to feel important. This is an illness that certain people I've come in contact with over the years think that I need to be warned. Hey, Rich, they know everything. Oh, no, they know everything. And I say, I don't care if they do. I'm gonna have sex on the phone. I'm going to have my account on the phone. I'm going to do everything that it's designed to do. And if somebody happens to be listening when I do it, so be it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not doing anything that's breaking the law. I'm not setting anybody up. I'm not trying to plot, plan, or pursue free money. It's not like that. I have nothing to hide. You know? So you'll let anybody listen to you? You don't give a shit. Oh, no. I'm not for that. I'm for the Fourth Amendment. I'm for privacy. If I find out somebody's recording me, that's a different story. If they are and I caught them, I'd be like, you got me. Oh, you heard me having sex, or oh, you heard me pooping. Like, everybody does all that stuff. So for me, I'm not going to go, he heard me spanking the monkey. Like, they do it when I'm doing it. So everybody's always like, they think they're special. Like this, like, she took her children and her friend, partner, whatever, and they moved to China. They hate Trump so bad. They feel unsafe. So they moved to China. Guess what for? Privacy. She thinks that Trump is trying to deport everybody, and he's going into everybody's personal business and stealing everybody's money. Shit like that. And I have to sit there and go, wow, really? Wow, I never heard that. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, you're fucking crazy. What? Nothing? So it's called Trump derangement syndrome, I think, right? Yeah. It was something before that. I don't remember. What did they call it? Oh, yeah, retarded. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's when they stopped saying retarded. Now they... that's not funny at all. Don't encourage him. Well. Ain't this... It says, do not ignore this. Oh, really? Watch this. Anyway. Oh. Oh, nah, not interested. All right. So that was loud AF. Stephen Greenstreet, from Middle of Mayhem on X. He says there's a video of him at AlienCon forcing George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell to take his question about their pyramid UFO claim. Remember the pyramid, the green one? Yeah, all right. Corbell clutches his pearls, whines, and ultimately doesn't really answer his question. You got to see this. This is going to be great. They're great. Oh, I'd like to do Tony. What the hell did I just say? You said you'd like to do Tony. I did, didn't I? You know he's a cartoon character, right? Crunchity Crunch. Here we go. Greenstreet talking smack about Corbell and the Napster. Giddy on up, 409. Go.
I have a few questions for you, George.
I can't hear it.
That's one that I'm just personally curious about your insight. So the briefing slide that Jay Stratton produced with the green triangles on it, those have been demonstrated pretty clearly to be out of focus stars. I mean, when I'm
hold on. You're going to ask a question, but let's make sure, because you're holding a microphone right now, your opinion publicly right here is that those have been demonstrated to be out of focus stars. That's your opinion, just to make sure we get that straight. So now, continue to your question.
Okay, thank you. And even Travis Taylor has come out and said that he believes that these are out of focus stars. My question being, why so much restraint in the star explanation in the briefing slide by Jay Stratton? what do you have or what do you believe to say, no, this explanation doesn't make sense, and something like flying pyramids makes more sense than out-of-focus stars?
That's a good question. A couple things. One is, you'll hear it this afternoon from Jay Stratton, that they have a lot more information that was available behind the scenes that was made public. And I know that Mr. Bray, during that public hearing, showed a video of something that was bokeh on the East Coast and decided that proved that what was seen on the West Coast was the same thing. There's a rangefinder. They shot that off the deck of that ship. Whatever that object was that was closest was 700 feet off the deck of the ship, not a star. If it had been bokeh, as it was explained to me by the guys who studied it, I think what Jay had told us before and what we can expand on today is he had 3 PhDs, optical physicists
And he still got it wrong. It was bokeh date. It's all it was. They were stars out of focus, and it was the lens. It was the whole thing, and it turned out to be bullshit stuff. God, why can't he just admit it, douche? God, it's so annoying.
Analyze that stuff. And they figured that if bokeh was the explanation, it would be the stars that were looked like pyramids. Analysis from home.
But all the premises up to that question are really interesting to me. So the thing is this, is you're saying that I have an opinion on something. Well, you clearly have not been listening to anything that I've said since.
Listen to him get upset. I would say, why are you getting so upset? You're talking about a video that could possibly be the opposite of what you're claiming. And you want us all just to blatantly believe you? No, shut off.
We release those images, but that's okay. Or like my wife.
Oh, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, that's okay. That's okay. You know, when they talk fast. And then they start saying, you know, my wife made me do it. You're like, what are you talking about? Exactly. What am I talking about? That's the point of this whole show tonight. What am I talking about? I have no clue. I don't know. I know nothing. I will never know anything. And I don't know how you know anything. How? None of us know anything. All we hear are these stories, and they constantly change into something that you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't. But it makes more sense than what you just heard. Oh, it's sad, man. It's just a weird, it was a whole weird week. Did you know that the island of Malta has a prehistoric multi-level precision carved subterranean megastructure called the hypogeum, which is acoustically engineered to alter human brainwave function, and hundreds of elongated skulls were discovered inside it. Do you know about this? No, I mean, no big deal. We don't have to talk about it, but I could show it to you if you're interested. Yay, let's take a look. All right. Oh, there's a video that comes with it too. All right, we'll show the video instead. Pictures, video. These guys usually do a good yap. And a 3, 2, and a go.
Building sites from the Stone Age in the world. It's littered with them, and the original settlers from Italy, from areas like Sicily, when they came over to Malta in the Bronze Age, they came and they found this island covered in temples, but no one living there. No one knows who constructed all of these weird
So
temples
weird.
on this island, but there's one in particular called the Hypogeum, which is underground. It's this
Hypogeum
subterranean,
is what I called it.
incredible, multi-layered, geometrically crafted limestone temple, all out of the solid limestone bedrock, at a time before the wheel, at a time before bronze and copper tools. This is deep into the Neolithic. They date it to like 5000 BC, but that's because that's as far back as they can go. I'll go way further back. I'd say 10, 12, 15,000, you know, in terms of how ancient this site is. But it's acoustically profound. It resonates at exactly 111 hertz, which changes the brainwave into theta. And there are these elongated skulls that were found inside the Hypogeum. One of them is on display in the Museum of Archaeology in Valletta. And the interesting thing about these ones in particular, these skulls, is they actually lack the sagittal suture, which is the vertical crack that goes down the skull.
Yeah, that's weird. It doesn't have the natural cracking thing. You know, like the three places where it connects. All right. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff. Top of the hour already. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Become a member. Renewing. 41 months. Yakadoodle. Man, thank you. I know. YouTube changed the names. You know, they did that for the live shows, chat. I hate that. Just when you get used to everybody, it's like, hey, now look what we're gonna do. But thanks a lot, man. I think they change it at 10 years. We'll find out. Thank you very much for being a member of Goof On. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And then I was going to say, since top of the hour, if anybody, you want to help support the magical truthology for ufology show, it's amazing. All the links are in the show description. You know what to do. Okay, Lou was reprimanded, it says here. Say word. Let's take a look. You shouldn't have covered that. We are going to excommunicate you. Disclosure tonight was reprimanded in the back channels for covering Lou Elizondo's lawyer's statements, saying David Grush is a control freak and one of the worst people. That's it. Well, yeah, this is the Fist. That's who he is. Yeah, I don't remember his name, the Fist. I really, you're going to say I'm faking it, but I don't remember his name, who the Fist is. I can't. I don't. Isn't that weird? I'm not lying. I don't remember who the Fist is. I know his face because I just looked at it, but I don't remember his name. It's weird, isn't it? Something's wrong with me. Now, it is the holiday weekend, so I didn't expect we'd have 100 people here tonight, but this is ridiculous. All right. Well, it is Sunday, and a lot of people aren't used to me going Sunday. All right. So Rose Cuckold, you guys call it Rose Couthart, goes on about the miles-long buried UFO that exists outside of U.S. and why he's not going to tell where it actually is. Where do you think it's located? They're saying, yeah, this is stupid. You know, I don't care because he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. It's a joke. Yeah, I'm not even gonna entertain that. As a matter of fact, I'm deleting it. Yep. I deleted it. All right. Jay Leno did something here. What is this? UFOs? Oh my God. I'll probably get a little copyright thing, but that's okay. Let's play it. Let's play this. See, I don't know what they say about the hearing. You know what I'm saying? UFOs.
See, I always wondered, why is it that UFOs never land at MIT or UCLA? They always land in the middle of a swamp where Bob Buki and his cousin Weenie are out fishing.
Bob Buki and his cousin Weenie. Wow. What a genius. God, give him the Tonight Show, this guy. That had to be the most horrible joke I've ever heard. Bob Buki. Jay Leno was funny. I saw him live at the Arizona State Fair with Louis Anderson. Louis opened up. And it was freaking awesome. There was one other comedian that day, I think. I can't remember. But it was fun. Yeah, the first thing Louis Anderson said was, because it was Arizona, you know, in the middle of summer, they had the Arizona State Fair. And he goes, and he's patting himself down, sweating. He goes, sorry, I'm sweating, but if I don't, I'll explode. Like, everybody thought that was funny. I didn't think it was that great, but good for him. Fat jokes. When you make fun of yourself, that's the key to success, making fun of yourself. All right, let's get back to serious. Now, Corbell, in all serious, his whistleblowers on Weaponized. Well, there we go. What? You don't have to do a hearing. Jeremy Corbell says he has 3 whistleblowers on tape. Okay, look, this is why. If the upcoming hearings do not give them the mic, he plans to air their testimonies on Weaponized. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, government, Jeremy Corbell's giving you an open threat. He's going to put his fake whistleblowers on his show if you don't put the fake whistleblowers in the hearing. Capiche? Yeah. You can still put any fake whistleblowers you got going. Go ahead. We'll just, from this end, don't worry about it. Bob Buki. What kind of joke? Who wrote that joke for Jay Leno? That was bad. Bob Buki? All right, I got to play this. Look, I don't care what anybody thinks about Danny Sheehan. He's an alien. I'm not joking around at all about that. I really think Danny Sheehan is playing from the inside. No, I do. I feel like he's got some DNA of the alien kind. You hear me? And I want you to hear this. This was from 3 days ago. And he's going to get us up to date on the UFO scam. Whoa, narrative. This is really, I don't know anymore. I do think that Danny Sheehan's playing, in my opinion, straddling both lines of reality and not. I don't know what I was going to say. Oh no, say it ain't so. Chicken Coop Confidential has become a member again. It's not playing? Oh. It's not playing. Okay, here we go. We'll try it last time.
And it might be right here in the cabinets and halls of the United States Department of Defense. A bipartisan group of lawmakers is now calling on the disclosure of all classified intelligence on unidentified aerial phenomena and whether they arrived from out of this world.
Say
They haven't been totally transparent with the information they do have. If it's on a UFO, then is it a weapon system?
If you don't give people
That's
a
all they
clear
care
answer,
about.
and sometimes the clearest answer you can give is, I don't know, some will be suspicious of that.
And joining us now is a longtime civil rights attorney and UFO expert, Danny Sheehan. He is the founder of the New Paradigm Institute, a nonprofit lobbying Congress to declassify all these documents, and the attorney for a former Department of Defense whistleblower named Luis Elizondo, who has disseminated some of this information. So, Danny Sheehan, thanks for being here. Welcome to Chicago. I know.
Thank you, Paris.
You've been meeting with some lawmakers here, and you're calling on Congress to pass the bipartisan UAP Disclosure Act. If they do pass it, what will we find?
Well, what we're going to find out is that there is an element deep within the Defense Department and the operations director of the Central Intelligence Agency that has been committing perjury to Congress, lying, denying the fact that they have recovered a non-human origin extraterrestrial spacecraft and the bodies that they've now DNA tested and know to be non-human.
You're saying, because you represent some whistleblowers, you're saying that they have disclosed to you that this evidence exists, these documents exist, that these phenomena have come indeed from out of this world with actual alien species.
That they know they're non-human.
Did they describe what those species are or look like?
Well, actually not yet to the public. We've gotten this information out. But the fact of the matter is that if we get this bill passed, and we're getting in the process this in the first week of September, we're hoping as soon as they come back from their summer break, that the Senate is going to pass a 64-page bill that mandates that all of the information that is 25 years old or more, that's basically anything before 2000, basically has to be immediately publicly released to the people. Okay, and anything else is going to be submitted to a 9-person panel to be appointed by the president. And that panel is not only to go through it and decide what else to release right away, but they're going to set up a 7-year program called the UAP Controlled Disclosure Campaign Plan to release all of this information over the next 7-year period so that we can adjust our economic systems, our geopolitical structures, our domestic political structures to try to accommodate the fact that we now are aware of the fact that there's an extraterrestrial civilization surrounding us.
So this law is set up to that if we do confirm this evidence that the American people, the world population will learn about this in a measured fashion. Does this include some of those space or those craft that were captured by U.S. Air Force pilots that seem to descend from the atmosphere?
Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. That's weird. I didn't mute me. Sheehan is, well, because this is like a historic type of event for him, going on this show and talking about what he knows, he thought he would go to the George Washington House of Wigs, and that's what he did. He went to go to that. A lot of these guys go there and they wound up leaving bald. Grush, Graves, I mean, even Fravor tried it because these guys want their anonymity, but they try the wig, you know, and it's just not for everybody. They're real cheap wigs. They come apart. Next thing you know, you're ripping it off and you're bald now. So that may answer some questions. Okay.
To the sea, you know, within seconds, defying the laws of gravity and physics?
0.7 of 1 second.
0.7 of 1 second.
From 80,000 feet. In stopping instantaneously at the surface of the ocean, 6,000 Gs of centrifugal force on them.
And I think these are some of the videos that some of those pilots had caught.
Yeah, that's the Tic Tac.
They were on TikTok.
That's the Tic Tac. And those were picked up by the F-18 Super Hornet gun cameras on them.
I don't know.
They have myriad other photographs of them, up-close photographs taken right out of the cockpit of some of these craft. And that they've now, as I say, recovered the craft and they've recovered the bodies that they've DNA tested and have now confirmed that they are non-human.
So this is, you're just saying, the Defense Department's keeping this secret from everybody.
Yes.
They have lied to the public.
Right. And to Congress.
I mean, could we theoretically say that those craft were secret Defense Department programs from contractors testing out new technology?
Some kind of them have been, because they've been engaged in a back engineering program. They've had these craft for some time, and they've been engaged in back engineering the technology, trying to replicate some of these. And so there appear to be some craft that have been back engineered and constructed and that are being flown by U.S. Air Force personnel. In a deep secret program. But the reality is that there are a major number of other craft that are not ours. They're not Soviet, or they're not Russian, and they're not Chinese. And so they're from somewhere else. But now that they've recovered the bodies, and they've actually DNA tested them, they know that they're non-human.
Okay, so...
All right. It's 17 minutes long. I'm 5 minutes in. We're going to stop it there. And Danny Sheehan saying some stuff that we've heard many a night. We've got, NHI, we've got these intelligent beings. We've got back engineered craft. We've got reverse engineer. I just said that. We got it all. Everything. You name it, we've got it. So now what? Now what? That's right. Now we have to what? This is the most important part of the disclosure process. What's missing right now? Yeah, evidence is, but what's missing is the confidence the public needs to have in the government when they do the disclosure project, routine, whatever they're going to do. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. It depends on the evidence. It depends how it's done. From what we've seen, and I think it's going to be awfully boring. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to show. They don't know what to show us. They are so afraid to show the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. Then guess what? Oh my God, somebody will be held accountable for once. I don't want to say anything stupid. My name will go on forever as stupid. Your name's already on this freaking, you walked out. We know who you are. You're in on it, but I didn't say anything. All right. Well, nobody is going to bring any evidence forward. They're going to talk a lot about it. It's going to be cool on September 9th, is it? Is it the 9th? It's going to be a really cool hearing. I'm very interested. We'll be live as it happens if we can, if that's something I can do. When we did this before, we went live and we got struck. But I can't remember who struck the channel. Anyway, I wound up getting it reversed. So, because it was not cool. It wasn't supposed to be. But anyway, yeah, remember that one day we had like 10,000 people here for a hearing. That was with Grush when he first came out. That was weird. That was really weird. But hey, I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Let me check something real quick. I think I did forget something. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to play this from Third Phase of Moon. This is, I haven't even watched it yet, but it looks cool. I scanned through it. And I really want to play this. It looks fun. And I mean that in a good way, not in a goofy kind of way. I can't think. How do I get rid of this? All right. Go like that. Let's go there. I need to eat. So hungry. All right, here we go. Third Phase of Moon. Breaking UFO news. They were terrified of what they caught on video. Terrified, it says. Welcome back.
There's something going on here. Check this out.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. You've got Blake and Brent Cousins.
And we've got a lot of new UFO videos in this episode. Buckle up. Let's get to it. Missouri, a cube captured in the sky. Watch.
It's a cube. That thing's a cube with lights. It's a cube. Jumping back and forth.
He says it's jumping back and forth. God. Amateurs. It's your camera, you.
I'm on Glenstone in Springfield, Missouri.
Glenstone
in Springfield,
Missouri.
Flickering. It's got lights
flickering,
around
got lights around
in the
it.
middle of the day.
No, they're not lights. It's flickering sun off the
middle of
glinting,
the
by
day.
a stupid glinting off the balloon. All right, what we got here is a stabilized cube-looking object. Go. Blake. Brent. Guys. Look, they stabilized it. Does that look like a cube? Yes. Is it? Nope. Hope they zoom in, don't you? It looks black and white. I think they were trying to tell us something. I don't know. That thing was feeling some type of way, I guess. Trying to make, race bait and stuff. It's race baiting UFO. Stay away. Get your mace. It's race baiting.
All right, let's get a close-up of the infamous cube in the sky. We see multiple...
The cube? What did he just get done drinking a whole can of Coke? Can't drag a Coke. Can of Coke. That's where it's from. All right, I'm sorry.
All right, let's get a close-up of the infamous cube in the sky. We see multiple objects telling it to the right, to the left, and then kind of inverted on itself. What the heck are we looking at?
A cube. You just said it. What do you mean, what are we looking at? I mean, you
can
see what I
this
mean?
thing tumble in the sky. We're trying to get a good look at it. Definitely it has this metallic cube-shaped feel to it. The person on the ground says, what is it? It's a cube.
It's a cube?
Yeah, Blake, look at that thing.
I'm messing with
it's
you.
It's rotating, that's for sure, and it's just
You
there,
know you
kind
said
of
an extra
remaining
cubey.
in a certain spot, and not moving around. It's just stationary, locked in the sky. The cube makes
There, you
its
said
rounds
it
again.
good there. You said cube good there. The cube. You didn't go spitting around.
The cube.
See? The cube. I said it so gently. The cube. The other way, the cube. I mean, what's that about? German lessons? I got to see the cube. Oh, I'm sorry. No, God just punished me. I shouldn't make fun of friends.
Moving around, it's just stationary, locked in the sky. The cube makes its rounds again.
That's who I am. Excuse me.
What is going on in Missouri? It's the big question right now. Now, more UFO video evidence just into third phase. Watch this.
No. I'll watch it. Airplane, bird, drone. That's it?
All right, let's get a close-up. It's back. We're seeing this orb, the energy, being chased once again by some military or maybe police presence in the sky.
Where? Oh, look at that.
Just a few weeks ago, we captured the exact same thing of a UFO being chased by LAPD helicopter. We posted it up. Take a look. But right now, we're seeing this once again in a reaction with police, military, and the unknown. Yeah, here we go again. The orb makes its rounds around the world, and we're seeing helicopters chasing the thing. You guys want to see more UFO videos? Hit that thumbs up. You're in the right place. This is Third Phase Moon. Let's get to the next one right now. Watch this.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. How long have you been a member for? Like 39 months. 35. There it is. Thank you, ABT. Ozzy Boss Time. It's about 35 months of membership. This is. Oh, look at this video. Thank you, Ozzy BT. Look at this one. Now, you see here, those are balloons. Now, you didn't hear it from me, but they're tied together. Are they? Yeah, they repel each other. Notice how when they get close, they go back, and then they get this. They never go any further apart than those 4 or 5 feet, it looks like. Right? See what I mean?
Here we go again. Broad daylight sighting, Columbia. It's lighting up, and we, in this case, have again.
Did he say Columbia? No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. He didn't. I'm a jerk.
The Boogosphere, but times 2 in tandem, seemingly communicating with one another in the sky.
It's not the Booga. Stop. Now, this one I have to tell you guys. Stop saying Boogosphere every time you see a round object. It's not the Boogosphere. The Boogosphere's in Booga. Capiche? If they're in Jersey. If they're in Taiwan. That's the Jersey sphere. That's the Taiwanian sphere. Not, it's another Booga. Ooga booga. Ooga booga. No. Stop it. And these are balloons. Oh, shit.
They line up in formation, and then they just cruise right along. These things are perfectly spherical in shape. Again, the Boogosphere has been making the rounds lately, but now once again.
No, it's not. You got it wrong again.
Here we go. Broad daylight over the city of Columbia. 2 of them.
Welcome back. Oh, wrong part. See, look, they never will get any further apart. Why is that? Because it's strings. It's not electricity in between them.
So we want to get your thoughts in this live premiere right here at Third Phase of Moon. And again, you're in the right place to see UFOs. We have a tandem of 2 of them right now taking a look.
That's 2.
Trying to get in a good, clear shot. This person managed to focus in on the phenomenon, even though it's off in a distance. These spheres, they seem to be communicating with one another.
I don't know. I just can't. I don't know if I should do this anymore. I mean, after hearing that, everybody's communicating now. Why? Why are they seemingly communicating? You know what I mean? No. Let me come back. Seriously. Why are they communicating? Because they're close to each other? Is that why? Yeah? They seem to be communicating to each other? Why? I don't see one looking at the other one and going, we should have signed that deal at NBC. We could have had a record amount of balloons and spheres called Booga. This guy thinks everything's Booga. Booga this, Booga that. We could have had a whole Booga contract. But no, you wanted each sphere to be its own individual, didn't you? You ruined it. You took millions of dollars away. That's communication. Not this. Look at them communicating. Yeah, I don't get it. I guess you're trying to sell the sizzle steak, whatever the hell that saying is. But you got to get up pretty early in the morning to pull that stuff on most of us nowadays. Giddy up. What did I just say? I have no idea what.
Yeah, this is wild. Now we have 2 of them, and they seem to almost be tethered in. I don't believe there's a string tied to these guys. They're just seemingly to, be in communication, moving in the same direction. But the one on the outside, it kind of makes these special maneuvers around the center
outside.
object.
They're both on the outside. Ma.
Really cool stuff here.
The one on the outside. Blake.
Let's play it one more time.
No, it's the one on the outside. Well, now it's on the inside. The outside, the inside, the outside. They're talking to each other.
What's the propulsion behind these things?
Look.
That's the big
It's
question.
on the outside.
Boogosphere,
That's the one that.
seen
No,
how
now it's on the
present
inside.
it. The
He just
story
changed
kind of
everything. No,
fell
wait,
out.
he's
Whatever
on the
happened to
outside again.
the
Wait, you said the
Boogosphere?
inside.
Have they
Wait,
done
did you
any
see
test
that? Something
flights on it?
dropped out of the sky. Can somebody turn that other guy off, please? Did you see it? It fell right out of the sky, right behind him. Watch this. You'll never believe it. Watch. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun. They're talking. They're speaking. They're yelling. They're fighting. It's a disruption of. I can't find it. Mega proportions. The Boogospheres are being bitches out in public. They're creating a disturbance at 500 feet. Somebody call an authoritative UFO specialist. Hey, Lou, it's Lou Eleganzo, everybody. Oh, man, this guy's full of a lot of words. Hey, Lou, what are you doing? You going to see what those spheres are over there? You said it. Wow. I tell you, every time I hear this guy speak, I learn something new. Amazing. New, you, Lou. Hey, you see what I did there? No, you can't eat my feet. And you can't have my motorcycle. Okay, now we got to get back to work. Thanks, Lou. Lou's hungry. Somebody feed him. You all remember the last time he didn't eat for an hour? Yeah. We still don't know where that thing is. Well, insurance paid on it. I guess it's fine. If it comes out of his a-hole, then we'll know. Huh? The remote control to Xbox? Yeah. We think he sat on it. Yeah, one day we were UFO hunting, we play when it's slow and we take shifts and, somebody goes out and then they watch for an hour and then after that they play games and I come back in from one of my turns and I can't find the controller and yet Lou's smiling, like the cat that just ate the canary kind of thing, like like the penguin, yeah. He was just like the penguin. He is the penguin. Now I know why all these years later we found out that he shoved it up his ass. And every time he wanted to play Xbox, he went to the bathroom. Somehow wired in. I mean, I want to know how he kept it charged. Anyway, I hope you learned something tonight. I don't know. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Hey, tomorrow's Labor Day. Now, I was going to go UFO hunting, but I can't. Live, but it's raining. We've had storms. There's supposed to be more coming, but check it out. If there are no clouds in the morning before sunrise at 5 a.m., I will go live and we'll look for the UFOs that have been circulating just off the coast of where Pine Island. See, it's not just that. I figured this out, this one thing about this area. It's the nuclear power plant, man. I believe it has to do with this nuclear power plant that's supposedly offline. It ain't doing anything, just sitting there. You guys may have seen my drone video of it, right? So I think there may be a connection. So we're going to go look for lights in the water too. That people, I got an email today. It says, where have you been? We are seeing lights in the water now. They changed the coast. See, when Hurricane Helene last year came through and then 10 days later, we got hit with Category 4.5. Milton on October 17th, and that was so amazingly bad. The flooding and the coastline, all these places that are along the coast, like Pine Island and other little coastal areas where people go to get the sun. You bring your family. You can spend all day looking at, dolphins and all sorts of cool things in the water. And they have a pier. They have a place the kids can play. They have volleyball. They have a guy goes around with, they have a little food stand, a food person. I mean, it's Pine Island. You just pay $5 to park. You can stay there from sunrise to sunset. And now, since the hurricanes moved through, the outline of Pine Island is shrunk. I don't like the way it looks now. I don't even see the pier that went out on the water that I like. I don't know if it's there. So they think because of what happened with Pine Island, and it's almost a year in October when we had those other hurricanes come through, we might be seeing patterns on a yearly basis at this point. So I want to get out there definitely the next 2 weeks up until the 17th. So I want to get out there in the beginning of October and check it out just about every night. And I'm going to try to do that, and every morning. So I don't think it'll matter. As long as I get out there at probably 2 a.m., 1 a.m., maybe midnight to 5 a.m. That would be my hours of work that day, or any day. But I think I'm going to get those UFOs on video. Yeah, they're orange orbs. You know how I feel. Now, these aren't the flare types. Oh, no, these are moving. And not only are they moving, people say that, F-22s, whatever the F they are, they get flanked one on either side, and they've seen this now over a dozen times. And that's why I think a lot of people are thinking this may be a tic tac at night. It lights up, it glows, maybe the propulsion of it, whatever. Well, whatever it is, it makes itself glow, and it's not like, what am I looking for? It's not like a flare. It's moving at miles per hour, many miles per hour. It's not floating in the wind, slowly descending. You know what I mean? No. Now, this is golden orbs that change with their intensity. They get bright, they get dimmer. Then at one point, they break off the formation and they dim out, or people think the ones that I've seen, they dim out, they get really small on video. And I think it's real. I don't think it's fake at all. So we're going to go out there. I'm going to go out there and, yeah, so it's coming up, in October, but I'm going to go out there anyway, and people are seeing stuff now. I think it'll be interesting. We're getting too much rain right now. It's okay. In October, it's the dry season. All right, that's it for tonight on Goof On. Now, I'm in the middle of making a video for you, for the members. It will be out tomorrow. I didn't feel so good. I had a weird week last week. I feel fine now, but I hate that. I hate this. But I'm recovering. I'm fine. I'll be good. I figure by the end of the year, I'll be like you. Just, mental. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Have a great rest of your weekend. Keep an eye out for videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Turn on the notification. If it's turned off, turn it on. And we'll catch you guys. What else do we say? Oh, yeah. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. Whoa, truthology for ufology. We do it for you. That was weird, huh? We do it for you. All right. I got to put all of that into a video. All right. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate all the love and all of the hate. There's no hate. No hate. Oh, there it is. Got it. Calm down. Oh, you're such a freaking hypocrite. You can't swear. All right. We'll see you guys on the flip side. What'd I say? Yeah, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. And alien bless. All right. Be safe, everybody. Have a safe Labor Day. I'm going to be at Bayport Pier tomorrow in the morning through partial, maybe in the noonish hour. I will be flying the drone if you're going to be out and about. Come check me out. I'm doing something special for boaters. See you guys on the flip side. I know nobody's watching. Who cares?